Well, hello, welcome to Double Talk. Thank you for joining us. My name is Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel. You know, I just got back from the trailer outside that we stay in when we're not really shooting. So
Yes.
it was a little cold out there.
Oh, you mean our mobile dressing rooms?
Yes. Yeah, the trailer, where we have free coffee and pastries. It's really good. So while we're waiting for the show, candy, we get all the chocolate.
The studio spares no expense on our behalf.
It spares no expense. Anyway.
Spends no expense.
And spares none. And yes.
Yeah. You know, I was
What are we
driving
talking about?
down Valley Drive the other day.
You still have your license? No. Oh, well, that's besides the point. Driving a horse and buggy.
Well, it wasn't that long ago when they were doing that.
Yes.
And,
you lived here then.
Well, Valley Drive is undergoing a change.
Reassessment. A
reassessment right now.
They don't know what's going to happen.
They're talking about...
It was on a show. We had a show in this channel.
There was a live show, one of the first live shows here on the channel.
The first live show. It was on Tuesday, and it was
Big
seen
success.
by many people. There was a call-in show. A lot of people called in.
The show was the group getting together to propose what they want to do on Valley Drive. They want to put sidewalks all the way down to Avenida de Mesilla from Boccaccio. They're going to put driveways in where they don't exist. And I'm not totally in favor of all of that.
Yes, because you were here when that was the truck route.
It used to be called the Truck Bypass.
But you were here a long time ago.
Before they named it Valley Drive.
Good name.
But anyway, it's a good name for it. It's a busy street. I hope they don't turn it into 2 lanes like they like to do in all
No,
around
they're
town.
not going to because it's far wider. It was built as a truck route. Yes. Didn't you listen?
No.
Didn't you pay attention?
I'm sorry,
you
what?
should have paid attention.
Oh.
Oh, it was on TV, so you don't have to. They never quiz you on TV. There's no test to take after you watch TV. I think if there were a test to take every time you watch a TV show, you'd watch it less. People do Arbitron and
Yeah, but Michael, we need all the viewers we can get. Even if they're dumb, we'll take them.
well, we'll give you a test if you want. We'll send you a test, see what we talked about, because we don't even know.
All right, let's see if they're paying attention to this next topic.
Okay.
City Attorney Pete Connolly is in hot water. Harry Pete Connolly. For remarks that he made up in Santa Fe about the city seizure
Where they seize your car
policy.
and or your house.
Where if they catch you driving drunk, they can take your car after the second drunk driving.
Even before you are guilty. I mean,
oh yes,
you are.
If you're found innocent, they don't give the stuff back.
Right. How could that even be possible in this society?
There was people who lost their house because their son did a drug deal on their porch.
Right.
That they didn't know about.
We
thought
Harry was being, or Pete was being sarcastic and saying, how could you do something like this? Because cops would wait for good cars so they could take
pull them over and take the car away.
I thought he was against it, but apparently I don't know. Now he's being asked to leave.
Well, he's been...
Not by us, but...
He's no longer working for the city, apparently. He's on leave, on his way out the door.
He's actually kind of a sweet guy. I mean, the fact that I was laughing about the cops being salivating over getting forfeited BMWs seemed to mean that he realized it was a kind of a scam.
Well, I'm glad he blew the whistle on it and kind of brought it to light.
He
I'm happy that he did
blow the whistle.
There's an article in the New Yorker earlier this year about counties, especially down south, where they pull people over using the excuse that, oh, this is a major drug avenue. So they pull cars over, and if people have cash on them, they take the cash away. If they have a car, they take the car away. A lot of people are driving up north to buy a car, so they're coming up with cash. Well, the cash gets taken away, the car they're driving gets taken away, and when they're found innocent, they don't get the cash back or the car back.
Obviously. I mean,
so the crooks, the thieves are the cops. Cops are the thieves.
It used to be when more people would drive from New York City, speaking of the New Yorker, they drive down to Florida. Georgia would be a very iffy place. You just have to make it through Georgia and you are safe.
They'd see the out-of-state plates.
And they'd pull you over, and they wouldn't seize your car, but they would hit you up for a ticket for something.
Yeah.
Like for your tires being underinflated or whatever. Or you having the air conditioning on too high.
Well, I hope Pete's not in too big of trouble. And I don't...
We like Pete.
I don't think he was in favor of that program, do you?
I thought he was making fun of the ridiculousness of the ordinance.
Well, they should. He should be making fun of it.
Although I have heard that he actually was for it. I don't know. I guess we'll hear more of it, and the truth will never be out. It never is.
No, not the truth.
I mean, look at all the
Not
books
here.
he has between him. He's loaded with books in his head. He must know something.
Yep.
Anyway, hope we
thing-
figure out what's going on.
One thing I do know
You
is
do
that
know one
baseball season is upon us. And the Las Cruces Vaqueros
But
are
baseball
coming back.
season isn't on us. We're in a basketball season or football season.
Have you ever heard of spring training?
It's fall.
It's upon us. It's coming
It's
soon.
fall.
They're having the tryouts now,
Yeah.
and they're already looking for singers.
Bandits.
They want kids to sing the national anthem at the home games. And America the Beautiful. They need 2 singers per game. They want kids from middle school through high school.
Do they take
can sing.
TV commentators like us? Because we could use the extra publicity.
By singing, Michael, I don't mean talking to the cops
sing?
about the crooks.
Oh,
Not that
these
kind of
are
singing.
crooks, aren't they? I think he's a crook. You know,
And so-
either that or Heckle and Jekyll.
So anyway, the Vaqueros are coming back for the 2015 schedule. They'll be doing 70 games this coming season.
It's a lot of work.
In the Pecos League.
Pecos League.
The Pecos League, there's actually 4 teams now in the Pecos League.
4 whole teams. That's got to be a lot of competition.
I know.
So out of 70 games, they're playing almost 20 games with each team. No. There's only 3 other teams, right? If there's 4
3 other teams.
So you're playing over 20 games. God, it's like high school baseball in
Why
a
play that
small.
much? I don't get it. I
guess they need to practice.
Well, they charge admission.
And
to
other
the game.
teams look at them to see if they want to use those guys to go up in the system.
That's the whole idea, to see if you can advance to the
That's what
minor
happened.
leagues.
Well,
And now the Vaqueros were here for a few years, and then they've been gone for a couple of years. They're back now.
I'm guessing they'll be different because those guys got older and actually got real jobs.
Won't be the same baseball players. They are under new management, and it could be fun.
Well,
I look forward to the games.
I don't care about baseball. What I really like is golf. You know I love golf.
Oh, you're a golfing nut.
Wait a second. No, I guess I like the Volkswagen Golf. That's,
Oh, that kind of a golf.
But Sonoma Ranch, remember? Golf course? Remember that? You used to play golf there?
Great golf course up there.
Yes. Take the Vaqueros off. Go to the next picture. Production
And,
person.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Sonoma Ranch. What about it?
I can't remember.
Well, you know, they've got
Oh,
a
wait,
great
so
golf
they have a
course
goat there.
They have
Yes.
a clubhouse there. They have a nice restaurant.
We love the
Grill.
Sunset Grill.
Guess what?
What?
It's been sold.
Incredible. After it's only been there a couple of years, you know, Dave Steinborn
10
running
years?
it, George Rawson, one of the Rawsons, the entire
Yeah.
Rawson family. So that's actually a picture of the back of the clubhouse. And they have a good restaurant. Hopefully the quality will stay up. The old Las Cruces Country Club, after selling their venue, now bought this and will be shifting into this. And we will see how things will go.
It'll be the new Las Cruces Country Club at Sonoma Ranch.
Sounds kind of cool. Oh, they're going to change the name.
They're going to change the name, probably shorten it somehow
Yes.
to the Country Club, I guess, or whatever.
Or just make it an acronym.
And so, you know, things are always changing, which is good, I guess.
Yes. What else is happening there?
And, well, you know, it's a good thing there's no
Summer.
pipelines running through the golf course.
No, but
Because
there is.
that would disturb things.
Yes,
somewhat.
and also the people who live in Sonoma Ranch would complain because they've already complained about the electric lines going, blocking their view
Which
of
were already
the
there
mountains.
before.
They're blocking the view of the mountains. How distracting.
Yes.
So what's with this pipe? What are you talking about, a pipeline? I thought this was about key lime pie.
Well, no.
Oh, I read that wrong. It's not key lime pie. It's what?
Keystone Pipeline.
Keystone Pipeline. It sounds alike.
Well, you know, I thought, miniature golf courses sometimes have a pipe thing you can putt
Oh, that's,
through.
yeah.
Yeah, but no, we're talking about the Keystone Pipeline, gigantic pipeline that runs from way up in Alberta, Canada, all the way down to Galveston.
And the quality of the oil is such that it is the worst slime believable.
It's very dirty,
shale.
sulfurous, it's sludge.
shale.
It's a thick, it's like lava.
How many breakages have you said they already had in Canada?
Over
Like
30.
And it's an incredible cleanup job. And we don't get any of this oil. What will happen is once it's built, we don't know who it's going to be built by. Probably, who knows. It will only take 36 people to run it after it's built. So it gives 36 jobs to us, a few infrastructure jobs, but it's going to be causing so much ecological liability.
Danger, yeah. So
That it's
anyway,
not worth it.
it's Canada's oil. We don't get it. It goes down to Galveston and is put on
And they
ships.
ship it out, and they can ship it out from British Columbia if they wanted to use their own country.
Well, they'd have to. I guess they'd have to go over mountains, and they,
Oh, that's
the
true.
Rocky Mountains.
That's
They'd have to
true.
tunnel through or something. And then if it
Tunneling
broke there,
through.
we'd never know it.
Well, it wouldn't matter because it's a tunnel. It's going in the same direction. In fact, they wouldn't have to build pipes. They just tunnel through and hook up the ends.
Well, they could also just put it on board trucks and let the trucks carry it.
Oh, that's wasteful too.
Easy.
Anyway, they'll figure out something. If we shoot more to solar and wind energy, this won't be that necessary. Or if they built refineries at the site, which makes it more logical.
Why can't they put the refinery there? But then they'd have refined crude they'd have to do something with.
Right, and we wouldn't want Canada to be ecologically at risk when we could be at risk.
Yeah, it seems to me to make more sense to put the refinery where the oil is.
And so far,
that would stir jobs.
So far, the Senate has rejected the idea. We get a new Senate in January.
Why don't they run the pipeline from Alberta just across the border into the U.S., put the refinery there, refine their oil, that provides jobs. Building a refinery takes 2 years and a lot of people to do it. And it takes a lot of people to run a refinery, more than 36.
More than 36. Yeah, but this job, well, you know, you put the pipes down. Men are very good at laying pipes, so it shouldn't take that long.
Said.
Yes. So, well, I mean, that's, put the old picture on again. I mean, that's it looks, put the map on. Can you put the map on? You know, that looks like it's only about 4 inches, but it isn't.
That's about
how many people
miles.
out there have really driven from Galveston all the way to where Alberta? I mean, that's
Saskatchewan.
That's a long space, and apparently it's going through some Native American reservations that haven't allowed it. Well, you should get money for rent. You know, you can get money for rent for the pipeline, but Native American reservations are not allowing it. You know, think every time you want to take a cross-country trip, you got to go like that.
Well,
you got to go like that.
So that pipeline is going to cut right across the Interstate 40
and 10,
and
everything else,
and 10, and
every
highway headed east and west. You're going to have a pipeline in the way. How do they propose to? Are they going to put it under the highway or what?
I think it's going to be like one of those raising bridges. When somebody's going by, they will raise the pipeline. No, there's ways to do it because, I mean, we have train tracks that cross roads, so they can do it. But it's a lot of engineering.
I think part of the pipeline might be underground. And when it's underground, it's harder to know if the thing's leaking and where it's leaking.
Yeah, I see it.
People say, well, you know, the Alaskan pipeline never leaks. Yes, it has. But the Alaskan pipeline isn't under high pressure the way the Keystone Pipeline is going to have to be.
Right, because it's got to be, because the stuff is so thick, it's just horrible.
So anything under high pressure eventually is going to rupture.
Guess where we are on this pipeline thing? You know, the amount of jobs it's going to make, nil, virtually. It's going to cause more trouble than anything else. It doesn't help America's self-reliance on oil because we don't get any of that oil anyway. And not only that, it doesn't come from us. It comes from Canada.
We don't get the oil from Alaska either. It goes on ships and it goes over to Japan and Asia.
Well, we actually do. We are self-sustaining ourselves in oil.
We are doing well on
oil.
So
I wouldn't worry about it.
As it is. So I don't know why the Republicans, as it seems, are so hot for the Keystone Pipeline.
The Republicans are funded by oil money.
Oh, that's right. That's
yes,
right.
Remember that? Do you remember the elections we had? I don't remember. That was so long ago.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago.
Who funded the elections?
Well,
other than the Koch brothers,
and gas, right?
And Koch brothers, big oil, gas, probably Monsanto, which we're going to talk about after our break.
After these few words
from our sponsors. Are we ready for our sponsors? Cue the sponsors.
They're not oil companies, are they?
No, they're not. Maybe we can make good money then.
With diabetes and have Medicare or private insurance, here are some great news. Call United States Medical Supply today, and we'll send you the smallest glucose meter in the world, absolutely free.
It only takes a speck of blood, and it gives me my results in 5 seconds.
And there's no coding for easier, more accurate results.
Don't let diabetes get in the way of living. Give us a call today at United States Medical Supply and get the smallest meter in the world for free.
Get ready, America! The Affordable Health Care Act is here, and it's got everyone asking, how do I find affordable health insurance that's right for me? The answer is simpler than you think. Pick up the phone and call I Can Benefit right now. Waiting for you is a team of licensed insurance agents who understand healthcare reform and can help you find the right plan to take care of you and your family's health. Don't wait. Call now and get the answers you deserve and a price you'll love.
Call toll-free 1-800-426-2163.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors.
Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate, Fiesta Motors, where buying a car is always a celebration.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Burke, and I have a confession to make. I have a serious crush on my workout. Hip, fun, and always a challenge. Jazzercise is the total package. It's the only workout that I've ever truly loved. Does it show? That's because I'm in the best shape of my life. What a difference Jazzercise makes. When's the last time your workout swept you off your feet? Find a class near you at jazzercise.com.
When you have credit card debt, the debt suckers' high rate and high pay are everywhere.
They're making another minimum payment. Great. Most of the money goes to us.
One call to Consolidated Credit can get the debt suckers off your neck.
They lower his rates and consolidate his bills into one low payment. Consolidated Credit drives us batty.
Call Consolidated Credit now.
'Cause debt sucks.
Call now.
Call Consolidated Credit at 1-800-530-4571. Call now.
Comedy horror shows.
Yeah. Oh, that.
And we're back. This is Double Talk right here on channel 98.
98. So
Las
make
Cruces
sure
Vaqueros.
you're exactly on 98, not 98.1. Don't want that.
That's radio.
No,
Now-
they have 98. Yes, what? We were talking about the horrible thing about things polluting us. Like
Well, we're talking
oil.
about the Keystone Pipe oil, and a lot of oil that, like
That's
salad oil, corn oil, that's all GMOs, genetically modified organisms.
That was a very confusing segue.
I'm not confused.
You're totally confused. So GMOs, what is that? Great mothers of Allah, or
Of oil.
of Obama. Don't say that.
And so genetically modified organisms are in much of our foods now, but they're not labeled. You can't tell if you're eating a GMO or not. And what is GMO?
Can't you tell them by the taste?
No, you can't.
Well, then who cares? Taste is the only thing that matters.
Corn and
Taste matters.
soybeans are the main crops that are GMO'd.
Corn and soybeans are the most heavily. There is so much production of corn and soybeans.
They're the
You know
most-
why they do it? Why did they first do GMOs?
Well, they're the most sprayed crop.
You're right, because of Roundup. Look at that, they have little drugs. If we're eating stuff that has drugs in it, actually they are finding traces of drug in our bodies. Could distort our hormones.
Could do all kinds of damage we don't even know about.
That's where my testosterone went.
Oh.
And I was wondering where it went. It went into GMOs. I'm suing Monsanto.
Ah. Well, I think they should just put the label
Everybody
on.
else is.
Contains GMO.
Some people are just so afraid. Sometimes a GMO is not going to do anything. First of all, we've always had a certain type of genetic modification with clones, with taking out the best.
Hybridizing things.
Yes, taking the best stuff out of.
But what's the reason? In the case of Monsanto,
well, it makes them more disease resistant. It makes them Roundup resistant.
Right.
The harvesting of both soybeans and corn would probably be amazingly difficult if the weeds just grew up around them.
that's what farm workers are for, to get the weeds, like they do. We see them in the fields.
Well, we don't want to hire people. We don't want to put people to work.
Well, it's not the weeds. It's the plants themselves. They spray the plants with antifungal agents.
Well, they spray the whole thing. The weeds can die, but the things that they want to grow keep growing.
Right. So Monsanto makes the Roundup, and they also make
the GMOs that are Roundup resistant.
Yeah. So you have to eat organic, non-GMO if you don't want to eat that, like I do.
That's true.
If you can.
If it's labeled.
If it's labeled. Now,
what's that, Vermont?
The state of Vermont requires manufacturers to put a GMO label.
Well, why don't you go to Vermont?
Well, now
they have GMO maple syrup.
Starbucks
Yes.
and Monsanto are suing Vermont.
Wait a second. Neil Young is boycotting Starbucks for not labeling. So Starbucks is suing Vermont because they don't want to have to label?
Well, yeah. Neil Young says, I've been going to Starbucks for years to get my coffee, maybe a snack.
He doesn't know.
I asked Starbucks, are you going to label the fact that you have GMOs or not? They said no. So he is initiating a boycott of Starbucks.
But Starbucks coffee
to
isn't made in America. I mean, isn't grown in America. You don't grow coffee in America. You grow it in South America and Guinea and
who knows if there's been GMO there? Well, who knows what
they probably don't because they don't do much of anything. I mean, coffee beans, the coffee trees take a long time to grow.
They also sell pastry. Pastry has wheat that is most wheat now is GMO. It needs to be labeled.
Well, pastry isn't healthy anyway.
Yes, they serve milk. Were the cows fed GMO feed?
I wouldn't know.
Right,
without labeling, I have no idea.
So Monsanto and Starbucks are suing Vermont because they don't want to be forced to label GMOs.
All these mass marketing, these fast food places are getting hoodwinked by GMOs. Is that what's happening? Except for McDonald's.
They're refusing to buy the GMO potatoes from their supplier. They're saying their supplier has turned to GMO potatoes, and they've rejected those potatoes, and they've gone in search of other potatoes that allegedly are not GMOs.
And everybody likes McDonald's fries.
They
use stuff without trans fat.
I was glad when they quit using lard.
Stuff. We don't actually eat at McDonald's. Hardly ever.
We like food. We don't like.
We like food.
I love food. I don't know what that stuff is.
Food's
McDonald's,
good. But where do you eat then? If you love food. Did you try any place new this week or last week?
I did. Come to think of it. How did you know?
Because I was there the first day.
That's right.
But you went back.
Well, I did try. There's a new soul food restaurant in town called Ms. AJ's.
Ms. AJ's.
Soul food.
You met Ms. AJ, didn't you?
Oh, yes, met Ms. AJ.
There you are. There you are.
After all, it's a way of life.
Soul. And you must have it because the sign's right over your head.
Well, we had a very nice lunch there, actually, and we had a good time. The food
You and I had a good lunch, fairly good lunch.
You and I went there, and then
the next day...
I went with my producer, Chris, and his wife, Dawn, and we had a very nice lunch. Now, these are gator bites, Michael.
I don't see any teeth marks.
That's actual alligator.
Oh, my God.
Do you eat reptile?
Yeah, I think that's not kosher, I don't think. It's probably not kosher. I would guess it's not kosher.
Well, it would eat you.
Yes, so you might as well eat something that's going to eat you. Would you eat dinosaur meat?
Maybe I would.
Maybe you would.
Now, that's a very nice sauce that comes with it. Those are deep-fried alligator bites.
Alligator bites.
And I enjoyed them. They're a bit chewy, though. I have to say that.
Well, alligators... Calamari.
Calamari is kind of rubbery. These are a little bit more chewy than calamari.
Because they're solid. I have had alligator. Not there, but I've had alligator.
No? And you live to tell the tale.
Yes, it's a lot of chewing to work through. And for naught. There you are looking at ribs. Even though you don't eat beef, you're looking at them.
I'm looking at the big plate. That's
beef
a half
or pork. I don't know.
That's half a rack of ribs there.
I hear they're good.
And now
there you're eating your meal, which is what, collard greens and
collard greens, and I have the shrimp po' boy sandwich.
So they deep fry the shrimp.
Yeah, they do. Those are also some black-eyed peas there.
Mm-hmm. That's real. That's soul food. That's the heart of soul food.
And that's coleslaw on the po' boy sandwich.
And when I was there, although there's no photos, I had the chicken and waffles. People always talk about chicken and waffles. I never understood it. I still don't. I mean, I like waffles. I like fried chicken. That's AJ.
That's me and Ms. AJ, Ms. Johnson.
Their chicken is good. Their waffles are good. If the only thing waffles and chicken are good for together is to be able to have maple syrup to put on your chicken, you could just do that. I mean, they're good. It's okay.
We had a good time there at Ms. AJ. It's on South Solano.
Right South above Solano Missouri.
And Montana. Right in that area.
No, between Montana and Missouri.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes.
It used to be the Korean place, by the way, in South Solano.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a lunch, now, if you've only got a half an hour for lunch, you're not going to make it because it takes longer than that to order, get your food, and to eat it.
But you want to relax. Soul food, it's not, you got a certain rhythm, and that rhythm is a slow pace, and you want to eat it at a right pace. So
that's right, and they serve large portions, so it takes a while to eat all that.
And the interior is a lot more pleasant than this place has ever been in any other incarnation.
That's true. It's nicely decorated.
Many incarnations.
Even the restroom, I found to be very nice. One of the cleanest restrooms of any restaurant in Las Cruces.
Well, this is a first for us.
They also offer little items such as hand lotion after you've washed your hands, cologne, in the men's room anyway, there was cologne, a little spray, little attention to detail there that you don't see anywhere else in town. So I have to give Miss AJ's 2 thumbs up. Keep on doing the good work you're doing. I'll be back.
I'm not voting because I was only there one day. Anyway,
now coming up next is Thanksgiving, by the way, Michael.
Thanksgiving. What do you know about Thanksgiving?
This is our show right before Thanksgiving.
Yes. If you don't want to make your own turkey and stuff, you can go to a number of places. St. Clair Bistro, which this is their 30th anniversary of making wines. You can go there, go on to Facebook, and if you like them, you get something free every day this month, as well as you can have Thanksgiving there. You can go to all the big the restaurants we like, De La Vega's, Double Eagle, we're okay there, Savoy. Texas Roadhouse is giving a free
lunch
meal.
Free
go
Thanksgiving.
There, starts at 11.
Now
also,
also,
be there way ahead.
We only have a minute, Michael.
Right.
So tonight, at Second City, the touring company from Chicago is going to be in Las Cruces at the Rio Grande Theater.
And a Tuna Christmas is at the Black Box Theater, and I think we're pretty much out of there. We're out. What else do we want to mention before we go?
Tuna Christmas is at
Gator
the Black
Bites,
Box Theater.
You got the Gator Bites. We got
it
everything
opened last
there.
night.
Yes.
And it'll be running for the next 3 weekends.
We will do your popcorn peeve next week.
Yeah, next week I have a popcorn
peeve. We're going to do
peeve.
some more research on that. And
so until then, thanks for joining us.
We're not going to see them yet. We have so much time to talk. What else do you want to? I just had lunch at St. Clair and tried their 30th year claret, which is a mixture of a ruby Cabernet and can't remember, a white wine.
I see.
And it was very pleasant, by the way.
And like many places in Las Cruces, it was inconsistent in the food and service.
The service was a little crazy. So are we, and that's why we're going to leave and take a crazy break.
Thanks for joining us right here on Double Talk.
See you next week. Or right now. We're still here.